Hey guys, so just a quick update for this week. I haven't got a whole lot to show for this week. I've been rolling back some of the code. Last week I made a start working on the transport network element of the buildability. I started adding the ability to add kind of road sections and path sections, but for now I've rolled that back to just focusing on the spline network, because that's really what is going to be driving everything. So I need to make sure I get that set in stone correctly. Then I'll worry about the visual elements later. So what I'll do, I'll give you a quick show of that working with the splines, and then I'll do a bit of a talk through with the code, just to show you how it's all going together. Press continue, open this. So now if I select one of these network assets, so basic rail for example, still have the same functionality in terms of picking the control points and picking the next place, but I've stripped back all the static mesh stuff. I'm no longer doing that now, for now anyway. What I really want to be focusing on is stuff like dealing with overlaps, dealing with kind of angles like this, and also combining those together. So that's what I'll be working towards next week. So to show how this kind of all ties together, really it all starts in the actual build gameplay ability. We've got a chain of inputs. So when the interact button is released, what we do is we call upon the transport network manager to create a segment, and we pass in the target info and the data asset that is selected. So the buildability manages all of that. So the target info will come from the build target actor. So then the actual manager, so you'll see here there's a network actor for each of the networks, and each of those individual network actors will manage the segments that make up their own networks. Then in the create segment, all this really does is just switch on the transport network type, which is defined in the data asset. So it'll be path network, rail network, road network, etc. Then the actual actors, these here, so they're all childs of this. And this has the create network segment. Take a look at this. Yes, so every time we create a new segment for that network, we create a new child actor component with the class type of network segment, and then we call the initialized segment on that new network segment actor. And then what that does is it just creates a spline with that target info. So those 3 points that were marked out, it creates a spline, and for now that's all it really does. It also stores the data asset, so later on when we start dealing with actual visualization and pathing, we'll be able to make use of that data asset. One of the other things I'm still considering is, am I going to use predefined meshes, or are we going to go down the route of procedurally creating the road meshes? So using a data asset to give all the metadata and then procedurally creating the roads and paths based on that. But I'm not too sure on that just yet. So yeah, that's how it kind of ties together. So then the next steps, like I say, will be dealing with overlapping network splines, creating junctions where there's overlaps if it's relevant, and then also when there's a chain of splines, combining those together to make one. So we've got sections coming up to junctions instead of having lots of separate actors, just to refine it. Cool. So yeah, that's where it's at the moment. I'll say not too much else to show for now. If you've got any questions about how it works, then leave a question down below, and I'll try and get back to you. Cool. For now, thanks. Have a good day.